Audacity 3 minimums. Mac. Is your computer up to the task of running Audacity 3? We'll dig into the details in this issue of Stuart's Audacity Tips. This tip is aimed at readers in the Mac camp. Do you use Windows? Don't worry, we're headed that direction in the next issue. Meanwhile, send this to any Audacity using friends. This issue will help the Mac users, and if they use Windows, they'll be ready for the next issue. As expected, Audacity 3 is causing lots of questions to pop up. I'm doing my best to prioritize and get to them, so if you've sent a question, hang in there. If you have a question, send it to me. Almost as soon as the last issue of SAT was published, I received an email from a reader that said, "I'm reading about version 3 and Audacity is recommending 2 gigabytes and 2 gigahertz. My little MacBook has 1.2 gigahertz, but I haven't had trouble with the older version. Do you think this is a factor for recording audiobooks or anything else?" So I did some testing. The Audacity team says this on the Mac version download page. Audacity runs best with at least 2 gigabytes of RAM and 2 gigahertz processor. For lengthy multi-track projects, we recommend a minimum of 4 gigabytes of RAM and a 4 gigahertz processor. One of the most popular MacBooks among narrators is the 1.2 gigahertz fanless MacBook from 2017 and before. As it happens, I have one of those in the inventory, so I pulled it out for some testing. My initial response to the reader was that I expected that since Audacity 3 uses a more sophisticated storage system, it would be reasonable to expect it to need a little more horsepower than Audacity 2. I was pleasantly surprised by the results I saw. Now, to be fair, my 1.2 GHz MacBook has 8 gigs of RAM. I suspect this has more impact on performance results than the processor speed. First, I just compared startup times. Audacity 3 actually started up a bit more quickly than Audacity 2. Then I recorded a 1-minute single-track mono narration in each version and checked for dropouts or other performance-related issues. There were none. Next, I recorded a 1-hour audiobook narration project and used a popular editing technique to arrive at a final edit, then saved the project. Audacity 3 required less storage space than the same project in Audacity 2. The results of these tests are shown in this table. Now, with regard to the 2 gigabyte minimum RAM requirement, first, it's very difficult to find a computer with that little RAM on it, even if it's several years old. Second, based on the test results above, I would actually expect Audacity 3 to run better on any Mac platform, as it was better in every performance category than Audacity 2. So if you're using Audacity 2 on your Mac, you can pretty safely try Audacity 3. Also, you can install Audacity 3 alongside Audacity 2. Just click the Keep Both option when you install Audacity 3. Then you can always go back to Audacity 2 if you have any issues with the new version. Note, if you do this, your Mac will call Audacity 3.0.0 Audacity 2. This is just because the other version is named Audacity. You can change the name from Audacity 2 to Audacity 3 to avoid confusion. Finally, note that these performance metrics are aimed at VO work, single-track mono recording, and editing that uses multiple tracks but doesn't mix any final products. I also haven't dug into using plugins, although I don't know of any changes that should cause problems there. But if you want to do multi-track projects with music mixing or production or other more advanced setups, you'll want to have a faster processor and more RAM. Next time, we'll take a look at performance metrics on a low-end Windows 10 PC. Hope this helps. I'm Stuart.